Welcome, friend. In this lesson, we're embarking on a detective mission to unravel the mystery of implicit details. Now imagine you're a detective trying to solve a mystery. You have to look beyond the obvious, read between the lines, and make sense of the unseen clues. That's exactly how it feels to understand implicit details in a text. Now, what exactly are implicit details? Implicit details are the information or ideas that are not directly stated but are hinted at or suggested in a text. They're like the invisible ink in a secret note, only visible if you know how to look. To get the hang of it, let's consider an example passage. Ade returned home soaked from head to toe. He left a trail of water behind him as he walked to his room. His mother, looking at the messy hallway, sighed deeply. What do you understand from this? We know that Ade is wet and he's left a trail of water, but the text doesn't directly tell us why he is wet. We can deduce the possible reasons. Maybe it was raining, or he just left the pool, or he was in a water fight. That's an example of understanding implicit details. Implicit details are often understood through context, emotion, or by drawing on our own experiences. Let's consider the mother's sigh. We're not explicitly told, but can you guess how she feels? Perhaps she's frustrated or concerned about the wet mess. Again, we are interpreting implicit details based on the emotional context. Remember, understanding implicit details is like being a detective. It's about observing and inferring. Let's see another example using this short passage. For years, the antique locket rested untouched in the attic. A thick layer of dust blanketed its once glistening gold surface. Inside, the tiny black and white photos had started to fade. One stormy night, Edidiong stumbled upon the locket while searching for a misplaced family album. With trembling hands, she carefully opened the locket, eyes wide with surprise and something akin to sadness. Can you guess why Edidiong was surprised when she found the locket? And why do you think the discovery made her feel somewhat sad? Remember, we're not given these answers outright, but we can infer possible reasons based on the clues in the passage. Well, the first implicit detail we deduce is that the locket has been neglected for a long time. This is not directly stated, but can be inferred from phrases such as 4 years, rested untouched, and a thick layer of dust. The second implicit detail is that the locket holds sentimental value for Edidiong. This can be inferred from Edidiong's reaction on discovering the locket. Her hands tremble and her eyes are wide with surprise and a hint of sadness. The text doesn't directly say that Edidiong has a personal connection with the locket, but her emotional response implies this. The third implicit detail is that the locket might contain a memory or a person of significance. This is not stated but can be inferred from the presence of fading photos inside the locket and Edidiong's emotional response upon opening it. These interpretations aren't explicitly stated but are inferred based on the provided details and emotional context. And that's the beauty of understanding implicit details. They allow us to connect deeply with the text and interpret the underlying meanings. Keep practicing with different texts to get better at uncovering implicit details. Keep reading and keep inferring. See you in our next lesson.